My name is Ashley, A-S-H-L-I-E, and don't you forget to subscribe to me. Without further ado, I would like to start trying out some new products today that I'm very excited about. We're going to be trying out some new Charlotte Tilbury, the new Nakedwildwest palette. I'm going to go in with the MAC Paint Pot in Bear Study. Usually put my finger right in and massage it on my eyelid. I love the way that this feels. It feels super soft, like silk. And as it dries down, it gets a little bit tackier so that the eyeshadow lasts all day. I put about 2 layers of that on. And next, I want to try out a product. It is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It has a spoolie on one side. Okay, so typically I start on the bottom and just slowly fill my brows in just so they don't look as bare. Okay, when I'm done filling it in with a pencil, I go back in with a spoolie and just comb it up one last time. I really like this. This is the first time I'm trying the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and it was really easy application. And always go in with Gimme Brow Gel. It is my favorite, and it holds it in place all day. My shade is medium brown. Just go in with one layer and I get the tint so it helps cover them in as well, because I go through eyebrow pencils crazy. Going to use the new palette. Most of the eye brushes I'm going to use today are from Sigma. They are the best quality brushes I have tried in a really long time. The first shade I'm going to jump in is called Laredo. It's just like this and tap off the excess. And it has a mirror on the palette, but it's kind of small, so I'm just going to use the mirror on my Marc Jacobs bronzer just so I could see what I'm doing a little bit better. Go in with windshield wiper motions. I like to only take a little product at a time because it's easier to build up than take away product. It seems to be really pigmented so far. It's blending very easily. It is such a gorgeous palette. Always hold your brush at the end so you're not as hard on your eye. My eyes always water so much. I have dry eye, so sometimes it's hard to put winged liner on because it ends up just getting ruined. I like that color right in my crease. It's pretty blended out. Next, I'm going to go into Pony Up. Just tap it on the outside of my lid. Get my mirror back so I can see what I'm doing. Sometimes the eyeshadow takes the longest because it all needs to really be blended, so it takes a while to build everything up. Now I'm going to dip in with a lighter color called Standoff. So far I'm really enjoying this palette. All the colors are very pigmented and it all blends together very well. Typically when I'm done with the darker color on the outside of my lid, I like to go in with a lighter color just to make sure everything is more smoked out and not as harsh. I'd like to add some of this blue in the color Text. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Ghost Town. Just on the middle part of my eye. Just tap it right on and then blend on top of it. Typically when I'm trying out a new palette, I like to use as many colors as possible just so I can let you know that they're all pigmented and they're all working well on the eye. And on top of the orange shade, I'm going to go in with Hold 'em. Just going to dip my ring finger right in. See how beautiful that gold is? I'm just going to go right on top of that orange color. Just tap it right on. With shimmers, I usually go in with about 2 layers with my finger. Depending on how pigmented the shimmers are, I will go in with a little bit more if need be. And lastly, Cowboy Rick. It looks like a gorgeous color. I'm going to go in with that on more of the inner part of my lid for that dimension, just to make everything pop a little bit more. It's not too dark. I'm going to go into my Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. Just going to dip it right in the color and go on my brow bone. Right here. I take the brush that I first started with and I didn't put anything extra on it. I just want to blend everything together one last time. Just want to make sure everything looks seamless. Going to jump in with a new liquid eyeliner that I just got in Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is a beautiful purple packaging. It actually has a plastic tip. So far on this eye, it's applying really well, pigmented, which I like. Okay. And today they're not twins, they're a little bit more sisters. I gotta get them a little bit more alike. Typically with liquid eyeliners, I like more of a brush tip than felt or plastic. But I like to give them all a try, and actually I really enjoy this. It's really good and it's easy to apply on the eyes. I really didn't have any problems. I got some on my eyelashes, so I let them dry down just a little bit, and then it's easier to just take off. Now I'm going to go into Marc Jacobs, some on my face, my cheeks, forehead, and chin, and then I just massage it into the face. Went to Charlotte Tilbury, this much. Light coverage. Seems to be light coverage like it claims. Probably gonna go in with 2 coats just to see if it's buildable. I tend to go towards more of a full coverage foundation, so it covers more of my redness. But it seems to be really nice on the skin. It was easy to apply. It has a nice dewy finish. It's okay, we can always go in with concealer and it would conceal that. The Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Your Light Dream Skin Foundation applied really well. I really enjoyed this product. I would go pick it up. Sometimes you gotta treat yourself, and that is okay. I'm going to set that with this Charlotte Tilbury medium powder. It's in this little compact right here, and it looks like this. I'm gonna go in with Pretty Vulgar concealer right here underneath. My eyes need some extra help today because they're a little bit dark. Now I'm going to go in with a little beauty blender and start blending that out. It is currently snowing here. The weather warmed up a little bit, thank God, but now it's snowing again. I think my arms are gonna fall off this year from all the snow we're getting. Going back in with this Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, just like that. Just set my under eyes so they don't crease. Fenty Cream Blush, but it's a little bit dark for my skin, so I'm just gonna use it as a contour because makeup has no rules. You can do whatever you would like with makeup. Go with my blender. Blends in really nice to the skin. I really like this product. It's pretty pigmented too, so you don't have to use that much. And I think it looks really nice on the skin. And to set the bronzer, I'm gonna go in with my favorite Marc Jacobs bronzer in the shade Tantalize. Stick the brush right in there. Just tap it, then I start doing little circle motions. Same thing to the other side. Bring it up the face a little bit. And always make sure it's blended in with your hairline so it doesn't look like you're wearing a mask. Very important. To the sides of my nose. It smells like coconut. It smells amazing. This has been my go-to bronzer every day for work, and I get a lot of compliments. Now with blush, I'm gonna go in with Pure. This is the best smelling product. It is one of my absolute favorites. Becca in the color Champagne Pop is very gorgeous. I want to go in with some color down here on my lower lash line. Use a very pointy brush. Make sure the lines are not harsh. Back into the Becca, really pop the inner corners of my eyes. Go in with mascara with Anastasia. Okay, I'm gonna go on the bottom, just wiggle it right into the bottom of the lashes. I would rate this about a 7. Cheaper mascaras out there. One of my favorites right now is Maybelline Sky High Mascara, and it does not clump my eyelashes like this. A lot of hits today, especially with this palette. It is definitely going to be one of my go-tos. Last but not least, I'm going to go in with a lip liner from Ofra in the color Chestnut. You barely have to push down and it puts off a lot of pigment. So I line them first. I'm going to go in with Pat McGrath Labs lipstick. That's what it looks like. It's very buttery. Last time I'm going to go in with liner just to bring that back. Okay, and to set the face, I'm going to go in with Ciate Everyday Vacay, and it smells so good. Well, that didn't work out like I thought. Probably the harshest sprays that was today's look. I hope you all had a really good time. I hope you have a great night.